I think they're the same old Browns team I play every year. I think they're nameless green faces. Yes, they have a couple of good players on their team, but at the end of the day, the Browns are the Browns. Juju Smith-Schuster. When you think about the Cleveland Browns, you think trash Browns, sucky Browns, 0-16 Browns, 11-5 Browns, old Browns. Well, what I'm going to talk about is the 11-5 Browns, and I'm going to show you how they're a good football team. On this very first play from scrimmage, Big Ben, you can't jump that high. Maurkice Pouncey, lower your snap. Maurkice Pouncey throws it over Ben Roethlisberger's head, touchdown Browns. And so, funny story, this is actually my second time recording this video. I accidentally deleted it while I was converting it, so second time. Either way, you should not get cocky before you say anything. Or before you settle anything, like Juju Smith-Schuster, like I said in the quote in the beginning, I'm just going to be playing the same old Browns. Well, you are, and you're proud of it, so you better get ready for it. And when he said same old Browns, what do you think he meant? Do you think he meant sucky Browns that he's played? Or do you think he means the 80s, the 90s, the 70s, the 50s Browns, the 60s Browns? I think he meant the ones that he has played and they've beaten him, but it was more just luck, if anything. And he's talking about those Browns. And Chase Claypool is guilty of talking trash too. And as an athlete, you've got to really realize all people are talented. I don't care if it's Deshaun Kaiser, our quarterback when we went 0-16. I don't care if it's Peyton Manning in his prime. Regardless, all people are talented, and you cannot say stuff before knowing the outcome. And Juju and Chase Claypool did it. Now, Baker Mayfield, the Browns quarterback of the future. He's a very giddy guy. He's got full of energy, and when he's in the zone, oh, he's amazing. And he gets energy from motivation from other players, whether it might be trash talk, or there's hype around him, or he just needs to live up to himself. He will get motivation from that, and then that'll give him energy. And after that energy, he's just in the zone. He's perfect. He cannot miss a beat. Well, again, this team is based off of winning off the motivation from other people saying stuff against them. For example, Juju Smith-Schuster and Chase Claypool. They said a comment earlier in the week and they got smacked by the Browns when everybody thought that they're going to be absolute losers, the Browns, that is. And think about it, earlier in the season when everybody said that the Titans were going to crush them, this was a huge playoff game. Look who just got kicked in the face. The Titans came out 38-7 at halftime, and the Browns just let up and let them come back. They also said about the Ravens. Earlier in the season, the Browns lost 38-6 to the Baltimore Ravens. Week 14, I believe, everybody said that it'd be a horrible Browns attempt, and the Browns played a hell of a game and lost the game by 7. Again, when you're a pro athlete, you need to understand that all people are talented, and what's good on paper is not what's going to happen in the game. For example, again, another Browns example. I believe it was 2019, 2020, the Browns were supposedly going to win the Super Bowl because they had all this talent that they picked up from free agency, and they went 6-10, not even coming close to playoffs. And so, again, they're the best team in the NFL on paper, but when it came to get the job done, they didn't do it. Which means any team that's good on paper might not be actually good. Like, for example, we're going to take on the Chiefs on Sunday, I believe, or Saturday. I think it's Sunday. Patrick Mahomes is an amazing quarterback on paper. Tyreek Hill, amazing receiver. Chris Jones, amazing D tackle. However, they've got to come together as a team. And honestly, a lot of people are saying that the Browns could win this game because, well, just because. I'm not going to go into details for that because that's a because this is Steelers and Browns video. But, like, again, what's good on paper is not always good in real life. And if we're going to concern with the issue, people are asking whether or not the Browns are playing with house money. And some younger people watch my videos, which there's not many of those, or those who are not knowing what house money is. It's basically, if you go to a casino with $100 and you're playing poker, and you're playing to bet it all, or do whatever you want, and you win your first round of poker and you gain $100, so you have $200 now. You're going to keep on playing. That's called house money because you're not playing on investing this money into your everyday life. So you're playing with house money. And I say the Browns are absolutely playing with it. They're playing with there's nothing to lose. You just hope for the best and hope that it works. And the Browns are absolutely playing with that. If the Browns win, that's great for them. Hopefully they beat the Bills or the Ravens next week to go to the Super Bowl and then beat whoever's there. But if it's not, it's like, you did your hardest. You had a hell of a season. Tip your cap to them and work on next year. So absolutely, the Browns are playing with house money. But back to the Steelers subject. If you're going to get cocky before a game, you've got to back it up. Again, the same example of Juju and Chase Claypool. But there's another example with Dabo Swinney in Ohio State. In the college football realm, in the college football set, each coach has a vote of where each college team should be in the rankings at the end of each week. And if they get enough votes, enough people vote with them, then that's where they're going to go. So let's go through some of the one of the rankings. Or we're going to go over 3 rankings. First with Ryan Day from Ohio State. He's their head coach, and he put Ohio State at 3, which is where they end up being, and that's a very fair answer because you barely escaped with Northwestern, and you only played 7 games for that season, so that's fair to put them at 3. Oh, Nick Saban put them at 5, and even then, that's understandable. You didn't want a team to come in there and get their ass smacked. But Dabo Swinney, Clemson's head coach, put them at 11. When Dabo Swinney's team lost 1 game and Ohio State did not. Now, I know people might say, oh, but the Buckeyes had the weakest schedule, and no, the Buckeyes are so freaking good with Justin Fields, and blah, 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 blah. Point is, we didn't lose a game, and Clemson did. And when we were forced to play Clemson in the college football playoffs, Ohio State smacked them in the ass, and Clemson just got embarrassed. And the Ohio State fans that were in New Orleans that day, as Dabo Swinney ran off the field, they're cheering, Dabo, Dabo, Dabo. And when Juju Smith-Schuster ran off the field, the Ohio fans also cheered, Juju, 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 to make them feel shamed, and it's just a revenge. Also, Chase Claypool had to speak up about it. And Juju and Chase are still running their mouths, but they're just jealous because the the mind games with the Steelers and, oh, we're playing the Steelers. It's still there. So they're still trying to run their mouth, trying to keep the Steelers on top, but the Browns won. And Chase Claypool said that the Browns were so classless, and that's why they're talking trash. The Browns got classless after they beat them. Think about Richard Sherman. He went on a rant about Michael Crabtree after crushing them in the NFC Championship. If you're going to put me with a sorry receiver like Crabtree, that's the result you're going to get. Don't ever talk about me. So that might be botched word for word, but that's approximately what he said. And Crabtree was also talking so much junk about Richard Sherman. And I think that Richard Sherman wanted to lose that Super Bowl. Either way. So if you're going to say something, you say it after the game. Say it after a game has happened. Like, don't say it before then, because there's so many ways where you can get embarrassed. Like it's fine to trash talk after the game, but if you're going to call somebody classless after they trash talk you after they had a right to, then you're just a hypocrite. Because after, first say, maybe Denzel Ward said that Chase Claypool was so trash, and then Claypool had a record-breaking game, and they called Denzel Ward, and like, Ward, as he walked off the field. That's fine, but don't do it without any excuse to back it up, even if the odds are in your favor. And so that's how the Browns won that game. There's so much negative energy against them, and they're like, oh, hell no. We're going to go with all this positive energy from all this negative, and we're going to come and beat the Steelers' ass, and that's what they did. So, and Ben Roethlisberger cried, and I think he's going to retire. He wanted to go out with the Super Bowl, but he got smacked by his most hated rivals, and he looks just bad. So he's going to retire 12-5, and the Browns are superior, and Ben Roethlisberger's trash. But enough negativity, because I am Buckeye Lover, and I hope you enjoyed this commentary on why the Browns won. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Remember to keep God number one. Peace out.